Hi, everyone. This is Matt Van Auken, Executive Director and CEO for Developmental Pathways. This year, I have the honor and privilege of serving as the president for the Alliance Association. We are broadcasting live today from the beautiful courtyard outside of PPCH's headquarters here in Lakewood. It's an honor to be here with everybody today. Joining me in honoring one of our members today is Celeste Ewert, who is the Executive Director of Envision, which is the Community Center Board in Weld County. She is also Alliance's Membership Services Chair this year. Also with us is Josh Rael, who's the Executive Director for Alliance, and Ellen Jensby, who's the Senior Director of Public Policy and Operations for Alliance. Also joining us behind the camera are staff and individuals in services with PPCH. Let me just give you a broad overview of what the Jane Covode Award is. It is the highest recognition that Alliance bestows on anyone throughout our community. Jane Covode was the very first executive director of Alliance, and she embodied the same characteristics that we look for in folks that win this award, including Jodi. Those characteristics are a long-term commitment to the IDD system and the people that it serves. It's about being a member of your community. It's having high integrity, passion, and most importantly, a commitment to individuals with developmental disabilities. I will also share with you that Jodi is the very first executive director of a PASA, or a provider agency, to receive this award in Alliance history. There's a little bit of clapping in the back. That's good, yeah. It's a really big deal. Jodi, when she won this award this year, she received multiple nominations from a myriad of different members of Alliance. She is also, I have the pleasure of serving with her. She is the vice president of Alliance this year. So if she knocks me off, you'll know what happened. She is, she's joining the list of a very prestigious group of individuals that have won this award in the past, including Susan Meisen from Horizons, Bruce Christensen from Mountain Valley Services, and Randy Broderson, who's our Government Relations Chair and also the Executive Director in North Metro and Adams County. And a long, long list of wonderful folks in addition to that. And I suppose most important, let me just share with the whole group, I know this has to be an important award because I put pants on today. And it's really the first time in about 6 months that I've done that. So you're welcome, Jodi. Now I have the honor of turning it over to Celeste Ewert, who is going to present Jodi with the award. Let me put my mask back on. Okay.
Thanks, Matt, and we're all very glad that you did put pants on for this ceremony today. So it is my honor to recognize Jodi Walters as the recipient for the Jane Covode Award for 2020. Jodi has over 25 years of experience in the intellectual and developmental disability system and has held many positions, from direct support professional to executive director, which reminds me, actually, for all of you that are out there that are direct support professionals, I just want to say thank you and happy Direct Support Professionals Week. You are amazing, and the work you do is amazing, and we could do none of this without you. So thank you for that. Yes. So she has held many positions, from direct support professional to executive director, and many roles in between. A policy whiz, she is known among her colleagues for her ability to master and even at times recite the complex rules of our system. Because of her knowledge, analytical ability, and professionalism, Jodi is often asked to participate in leadership roles in a variety of committees at the state level. Most recently, she has worked diligently to advance competitive employment for people with IDD as the chair of the Employment Committee, and helped her own organization transition away from the sub-minimum wage employment model. Jodi is well respected by her staff, peers, people and family supported, and stakeholder partners. One of her biggest gifts is her ability to educate people on the importance of community integration and choice for all people. Additionally, Jodi is creative in her approach to problem resolution and actively contributes to and participates in the review and development of laws, regulations, and best practices for provider agencies. Alliance received multiple nominations for Jodi to be considered for the Jane Covode Award. And here are some of the words and phrases used to describe her that were taken from the nomination letters. She doesn't ask or expect someone to do something that she wouldn't do herself or hasn't already done. She's a natural leader and with great experience. She is humble, wise, and compassionate, deeply loving of and committed to people receiving services. She's got knowledge of foster care, and that knowledge has helped bridge the gap in services when kids are transitioning into adult services. She believes in coaching and developing all employees. She participates on numerous boards, committee, and work groups, and she is a trusted resource. Because of her knowledge, long-term experience, and commitment to making a positive impact in the lives of people with IDD, Jodi exemplifies the qualifications and characteristics required for this recognition. It is my privilege to present the Jane Covode Award to Jodi Walters. Let me get my mask on. There it is. Wow. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. Wow, Celeste and Matt, thank you so much for those words. Yeah, I feel really proud and excited and honored to receive this award. And I don't know if I can fully express what this award means to me, but y'all know I'm gonna try. But I promise I won't keep you too terribly long. I accidentally fell into this career. This was not something I studied for in college, and it is not something that I dreamed of as a kid, that I would be supporting individuals with IDD. I ended up in Taiwan because I had a background in ceramics, and I got to teach ceramics at a school for the blind and disabled. And I was lucky enough to have this little 9-year-old boy named Ashin who walked into my classroom, and he was just a ray of light. He was the happiest little boy that I think I've still met, and sorry kids, he really was just the happiest little boy. And in addition to being this happy little boy, he also was blind and nonverbal. And initially I was super intimidated, and I thought to myself, how on earth am I gonna teach this kid anything about ceramics when my Chinese at that time sucked? And so instead of being intimidated, I kind of leaned in, and maybe it was because I was largely nonverbal at that point, but I totally got him and he got me. And we started spending a lot of time together outside of the classroom. He didn't go home on evenings or weekends. He lived in the dorms, and so I spent some time with him. And within a few months, he started speaking a few words. And then in a few more months, he started putting some words together. And then the other teachers started making fun of me, which also took me a little while to figure out because my Chinese wasn't that good, but it had really improved in those months. And what they were making fun of is this little boy was speaking Chinese with an American accent because we had been hanging out so much together. And I was gobsmacked. I really, prior to then, hadn't experienced the potential of change in human beings. And I'm really not just talking about Ashin. That was such a moving moment for me, and it really has continued to be a touchstone in my career. And so he was my first and probably most important mentor. And I promise I'm not going to go through all of the mentors that I've had because you'd be bored to tears. But I did want to spend just a little bit of time talking about, since I've been notified that I was getting this award, I've been thinking a lot. And what all of the mentors in my life have had in common is that they have taught me to expect fun in my life, to question authority, to be curious, and to have resiliency, because I've made an awful lot of mistakes, but it's the importance of picking ourselves back up. And all of my mentors have had that. And at this time, I have been so blessed to work with what I think are the most passionate group of individuals at PPCH that have incredible creativity and resiliency, and I couldn't be more blessed. But also, one of the mentors that I had really encouraged me about the importance of looking at policy and rules and laws, because those policies and rules and laws that are introduced today become the framework of future services, right? And they can either create opportunities or they create barriers. And that's why I really look at that, because many of the mentors that I've had have been individuals in services and their families that have said to me, I don't understand why we can't do this, right? This is the one thing that would help my son, my daughter, myself. And so it's really important to focus on those policies and to make sure that we are all looking at policies that enhance opportunities for individuals, their families, and especially for DSPs. And that's really who the true heroes are, the DSPs. That's where the magic happens. That's where change happens in people's lives. And because it's DSP week and because I'm a DSP at heart, I really want to dedicate this particular award to the DSPs, not only here at PPCH, but across Colorado that are being celebrated this week. Thank you very much. It means an awful lot. And just one personal hijacking of the camera. It's Darla's birthday today, so I have some flowers for her. Thank you, Jodi. All right, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jodi. On behalf of Alliance's over 80 PASAs and 20 CCBs, we're really proud to present this award to her today. And tune in tomorrow for our Legislator of the Year award at 1:30. We'll be traveling down to Pueblo to be giving that award to Representative Danae Escar. Thanks everyone at Parker Personal Care for hosting us today, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.